Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new Wheel of Time Wednesday, and with it comes a brand new and unexpected article in TV Guide. Now, this is only a one-page article and one photo, but once again, it's something we weren't expecting, so without further ado, what I'm going to be doing is putting the photo of this article up on the screen and then just go through the photo that we have and of course the article. So, oh yeah, and I have to say thank you to Jim Mika over on Twitter for finding this. So yeah, big shout out to you. So, what do we have? We have Moiraine on horseback, which is now the first time we've seen that, and Moiraine looks to be wearing quite a different outfit from the one we've seen recently on the promotional stills, unless I'm completely mistaken on that. What does it say? So, the Aes Sedai, such as Pike's Moiraine, are the most powerful people in the world. Really? The most powerful people in the world? I can think of a few people that would like to have a bit of an argument with this article. A few people come to mind, namely the entirety of the Forsaken. Anyway, let's move on from there. It's bound to have a few miswrite-ups when it comes to these articles, because a lot of people aren't going to take the time and effort into finding out whether what they're writing is correct. So, the Wheel of Time premieres November on Prime Video. Game of Thrones fans, prepare to trade Game of Thrones for Wheel of Time, as the Wheel of Time late author of Robert Jordan's 15 book fantasy epic hits the screen. If you haven't read even the first title, 1990s, The Eye of the World, here are the basics. If you're a fan, learn more about the adaptation. So, number 1, who runs the world? Girls. Actually, they're getting into their little Beyonce bag there. An all-female magical sect known as the Aes Sedai hold the power. They're pulling the strings of every happening, everywhere from their White Tower. Showrunner Rafe Judkins says, Season 1 centers on justice-minded Aes Sedai Moiraine as she takes 3 friends, Rand, Mat and Perrin, one of whom is prophesied to be the Dragon Reborn, on an epic journey. Number 2, the villain is backed by a scary army of Trollocs. Recalling the beasts from the books as the most terrifying things on the planet, Judkins used a lot of practical makeup effects mixed with visual effects to create the half-human, half-animal minions of the Dark One. So, a mention of the Dark One as well. I think that's the first time in an article, unless I'm mistaken, that somebody has mentioned the Dark One. You will fall for a horse. Okay, villager Egwene, Madeline Madden, joins the travellers with her mare Bella. In meetings, Judkins remembers saying, "This is crazy, but Bella means something to people. We had to do this right." Damien Holbrook wrote this article. Okay, so not an awful lot of new information to dissect and digest from this article, but nonetheless, there's a few interesting, reconfirmations of certain aspects we'd already heard from Rafe and his team, such as, a mixture of practical makeup effects as well as a bit of visual effects to bring to life the scary Trollocs that we all know and have read about. That's good. Once again on that, I was hoping everything would be practical makeup effects, so I'm happy that it is looking to be more leaning towards that. Of course, there's going to be some VFX. That's just something that's going to be happening in any modern day show such as The Wheel of Time. Once again, another article where they're speaking about, who runs the world as such. And again, it's, harken back to the Aes Sedai and the women from the White Tower. So that's obviously one of the themes that's going to be the center point, I would presume, for the first season, it's looking like. And of course, season 1, it says, centers on justice-minded Aes Sedai Moiraine, as she takes, as we know, the Emond's Field 5 on an adventure. So yeah, once again, another article stating the fact that it's going to be very female-centric. The main cast, absolutely fine. That is kind of what happens in the story. It's a very female-run orientated world. And yeah, interesting. But yeah, back to this photo. As I said, there's only one photo, and that is of Moiraine. Apologies for the low resolution, but I cannot find a way of purchasing this digitally to get a digital image. Perhaps someone will find a way to do that while I'm editing this video, and I can maybe, include those photos in this video before I upload it. But yeah, once again, as I mentioned, Moiraine, as I said, looks to be in a different outfit from the one we've seen previously. I'm going to quickly bring up the image that we got from last week just to see whether I'm correct in my thinking, or whether it's quite simply just because, the photo from last week, we couldn't see her actual outfit underneath her coat. But having said all that, it actually looks to be a somewhat different. No, it's exactly the same. We're just seeing a lot more of her outfit. We now have got a somewhat clearer look at her boots. And Matt over at the Dusty Reel will be enjoying that and will dissect that, I'm sure, at some point. Yeah, not too much new to be gained from the photo. Interestingly enough, they look to be on some sort of, I don't know if beach is the right word for this, but I'm trying to think, where is there anywhere in the Eye of the World where there's a mention of sand where Moiraine travels? I can't really think of anywhere. It could be on their travels in between towns, and they have their horses with them, as we all know is going to be the case. Maybe someone out there watching this video right now, maybe you have a better recollection of the Eye of the World where this particular photo would look a good fit for a certain scene, because I'm pretty stumped trying to come up with something right this moment. But yeah, just one other thing before we end the video. It's looking now more and more, as we keep saying in every single video, that the marketing is stepping up. We're getting more and more news articles, more other social media accounts, affiliated with Amazon are starting to tweet about the Wheel of Time, as is evident from today as well. I believe Amazon Studios tweeted about the Wheel of Time coming out in November. So I would guess it's pretty safe to assume we're going to be seeing more articles, and of course whenever that trailer does drop, we'll have that as well. But yeah, quick video. I wanted to do a quick reaction on this new article, and yeah, once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next video.